Right now at noon, we're waiting for the medical examiner to identify the latest remains found in the search for Krista and Bart Halderson. We'll have the latest developments on the case. And surging coronavirus case numbers have some cities bringing back mask mandates, even for people who are vaccinated.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon. I'm Mark Kent. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. Chandler Halderson is in the Dane County Jail this morning on a $1 million bail as the Dane County Medical Examiner works to identify more remains found near where he was seen in Sauk City. The latest remains were found on DNR land in the area of Highway 60 on Wednesday. Yesterday, the Dane County Sheriff said he couldn't say whether the remains were male or female, but did say photographs showed Halderson in the area walking away from his car days after his parents went missing. The same car was seen in the area where remains of Bart Halderson were later found in Cottage Grove. Turning now to weather, it's looking like a nice and quiet summer weekend coming up. Let's head to the Weather Center. Austin has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Looking good out there.
It's looking great out there here for this weekend. I can't stress that enough. Main thing I would say is that our humidity values are actually going to drop a little bit here for the weekend. We started seeing that here today, but there's still a little bit of humidity out there. 76 degrees right now. Thankfully, though, it feels like it's about 76 degrees as well, as the heat index is currently matching our temperatures. Temps currently in the mid-70s for most of us. Juneau and Watertown, also Janesville, a little bit on the cooler side of things, but a very comfortable 72 degrees in the Janesville area right now. Dew points, again, they are on the decline right now, but still in those lower 60s for a lot of communities. Janesville currently at 64 degrees. The higher humidity in Janesville, probably one of those reasons why their temperatures are actually lacking behind a little bit as of right now. Looking at our Doppler track, however, still looking good to go right now. Most of the showers are still down to our south. They've barely budged over this last 24 hours, but thankfully we are not seeing those consistent rain showers as we look to stay dry here for the rest of today. Partly sunny skies, a little less humidity than what we have seen in the past few days. And then later on tonight, we're going to clear out the rest of those skies. We're looking at a mostly clear night, pleasant conditions, and that low temperature of around 58 degrees. That should feel very comfortable overall to be outside.
All right, we'll check back in a little bit. Thank you, Austin. Devastating floods in Europe are being blamed for at least 120 deaths in Belgium and western parts of Germany. Search and rescue operations are continuing for hundreds of other people who are still unaccounted for. Officials say they expect the number of deaths to increase. The flash floods came after days of heavy rains, with floodwaters more than 6.5 feet deep rushing through streets, sweeping away cars, and collapsing buildings. The man convicted of killing an Iowa college student is asking for a new trial after new evidence in the case came up. Christian Rivera was scheduled to be sentenced yesterday in the 2018 murder of 20-year-old Molly Tibbetts. Rivera claims he was kidnapped and framed for the murder. His attorneys says 2 more witnesses have come forward saying someone else admitted to killing Tibbetts after kidnapping her for sex trafficking. Rivera claims that he was held at gunpoint by 2 other men who saw Tibbetts jogging and stabbed her before putting her in his trunk. Happening today, the remains of a missing airman will return to his hometown of Evansville. U.S. Airman Edward Miller was missing in action for almost 70 years after crashing into a remote mountain range during a blizzard in Alaska. He disappeared on November 22, 1952. His remains will land in Milwaukee this afternoon. Then, around 6:30 this evening, a military convoy is escorting Miller's remains back home to Evansville. The rise in coronavirus cases from the Delta variant is causing some cities to debate whether they should bring back mask mandates. Skylar Henry has the latest details from Washington.
Los Angeles County is once again requiring everyone, vaccinated and unvaccinated, to wear masks indoors.
I don't like it. I'm vaccinated. I wish everybody else would get vaccinated, so it's a little frustrating.
LA County health officials say it's in response to the rise in cases due to the Delta variant, which is causing a surge in cases nationwide. But nearly all of the new cases are among the unvaccinated.
Our biggest concern is that we are going to continue to see preventable cases, hospitalizations, and sadly deaths among the unvaccinated.
President Biden is being briefed about the spread of the Delta variant today, and that may help determine whether he decides to extend the federal mandate requiring people to wear masks on public transportation, and that includes airlines. Marty Cetron with the CDC told Reuters that the agency's current position is that the mandate should be extended before it expires September 13th. Cetron said unvaccinated people are especially vulnerable in indoor hubs such as airports.
I'll be able to answer that question to you within the next several days.
Meanwhile, President Biden says he's considering lifting the travel ban on Europe. And Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced fully vaccinated Americans can begin visiting his country in mid-August. Skyler Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Well, many businesses are still looking to hire as they try to recover from the pandemic, including several bus companies across Wisconsin. With the first day of school coming quickly, school bus companies are scrambling to fill positions. Lamers Bus Service near Green Bay is one of the many companies holding open houses for applicants. They say anyone can learn to drive a bus.
It's a 40-foot bus. It's different from driving a vehicle, but Lamers does a great job at training.
If you want to do it full-time, there are some basic requirements for most companies. New drivers must pass a background check and be at least 21 years old with a good driving record. 4 years experience behind the wheel is also required, but it doesn't have to be a large vehicle. Madison schools are asking for input from parents of elementary students about how their use of the school lunch program has changed since the pandemic. They hope the data will help them understand how families use the program and what kind of changes need to be made to better serve families. The survey can be done online, in person, or over the phone. Researchers will ask participating families a set of 3 questions. What are parents' perceptions of the MMSD meal programs? What has motivated families to participate in the meal programs before and since the COVID-19 pandemic? And what changes to the meal programs would motivate families to keep participating?
So a lot of the focus was on, well, if you don't participate, why are you not participating in the program? And like, what sort of things like could the district do that would actually increase your likelihood of participating, especially in the future if meals don't continue to be free for everyone?
There is a bonus for responding to the survey. Everyone who participates will be entered into a $50 raffle and also get a $25 grocery gift card. The district hopes to get as many Madison families to participate as possible. We have a link to the survey on our website, channel3000.com. The Urban League of Greater Madison is getting a big boost in helping the community gain more skills. The Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation and the Department of Workforce Development were at the Urban League this morning to announce a nearly $700,000 in grants. The money will go towards projects focused on helping workers in Madison's Black community increase their earnings with more skills and support Black entrepreneurs in the area. We'll have more on how these programs will have an effect on the community tonight at 5 and 6. And it's day 2 of the Dane County Fair down at the Alliant Energy Center. Each day of the fair has a theme this year, and today it's Kids Day. That includes a number of free activities for the family, including playgrounds and games. The kiddie tractor pull is also this afternoon, and admission is just $3 for anyone aged 6 and up. If you go before 3 o'clock this afternoon, kids 5 and under get in free every day at the fair. We'll have a full guide to the fair's events this weekend on channel3000.com. And there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
Households go on a buying binge, and the most and least stressed out cities in America. I'm Diane King Hall at the New York Stock Exchange. Of those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
I'm not just treating patients.
I'm taking care of my neighbors.
So when you ask me, do I trust the COVID-19 vaccines?
My answer is yes.
My answer is yes.
My answer is yes. Ask your family doctor what they think.
You call me devious, but you don't understand that all I am is a little mysterious.
So what do you think?
I love it.
Don't you wish you could wave a magic wand and have whiter teeth?
Well, you can, but it's not magic. It's Power Swabs. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and boom, whiter teeth and a better smile. And since you're not dealing with messy trays or awkward strips, you're less vulnerable to the harsh sensitivity they sometimes create.
I've used strips. They seem to really hurt my teeth. The Power Swabs, it just seemed very gentle.
It's so simple and easy. You just open it, you apply it to your teeth, you forget it's there, and I noticed that they're white and bright again like they were before.
I noticed actually a difference the first time that I used Power Swabs. You put on the first coat and then the activator goes on and immediately you start seeing it working.
It only takes 5-minute applications to get a brighter, whiter smile with Power Swabs. You just snap, swab, and smile. Power Swabs have been clinically studied to whiten natural teeth and remove stains from caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so powerful, it removes stains from coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking.
I love my coffee in the morning.
I will never stop drinking coffee. I will not be the person drinking hot coffee with a straw.
As much coffee as I drink, I can use my Power Swabs and eliminate the staining.
When I use the Power Swabs, I applied it directly to my front tooth where the coffee stain was.
I like being able to individually get the teeth, and most importantly, it got kind of in between the grooves.
You can put it directly on the stain that you see on your teeth, and it's so precise.
But as powerful as it is, it's also gentle and causes 0 to minimal sensitivity.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab, and I just got a rubber on my teeth, and that was it.
Take it from me as someone who has gone the dental route, but has also gone on the shelf route, and I've not really seen anything work as effective and as easy as Power Swabs.
Whiten your teeth today by ordering Power Swabs and receive 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free quick stick pen to use on the go after meals or a cup of coffee. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Consumers went on a shopping spree in June. According to the Commerce Department, retail sales rose 0.6% last month. Economists were expecting a drop. Consumers spent more money on travel and entertainment as businesses reopened. American Airlines is calling back thousands of flight attendants. According to multiple reports, the carrier told 3,300 flight attendants who took an extended leave of absence during the pandemic to return to work by December. With leisure travel booming, American also reportedly wants to hire 800 additional flight attendants to meet demand. Flexibility on the job is winding down for some workers. According to a new report from digital.com, nearly 40% of employers say they will fire workers if they don't return to the work site. Some employers are willing to be more flexible, though. 17% say they are making hybrid schedules permanent. Stress is a fact of life, but some cities are more stressed than others. According to Wallet Hub, Cleveland, Ohio is the most stressed out city in America. It was followed by Detroit and New Orleans. On the flip side, South Burlington, Vermont and Fremont, California were the least stressed cities. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
Thank you, Diane. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials down 92 points. The NASDAQ off 19. The S&P 500 down 8. A lack of enough workers in the workforce is having an effect on what's normally a popular summer job. Pools and beaches across the country are seeing a lifeguard shortage, forcing some to close. It has others offering more money and sign-on bonuses as a way to get more people to dive into the certification classes. It might be a good weekend to find a pool with warmer temperatures on the way. Austin's back after this to tell us if the rain will stay away this weekend.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
We are Dane County. We are Madison, McFarland, Sun Prairie.
We are Wanakee, Stoughton, Middleton, Deerfield, and everywhere in between. We are committed to being unique in supporting the value when families share the memories of family and friends at the loss of a loved one. We are Crest Funeral and Cremation Service. More than just a funeral home, we are the people you know and trust to help families before, during, and after the loss of a loved one. Learn more at crestfuneralservice.com.
He's here! He's here! It's happening!
What can I get you, young man?
Free installation!
Coming right up.
Feldco's biggest sale of the year. Free installation. Plus, no interest until 2023.
Free installation on windows, siding, and doors ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Saturday morning, the latest on the Halderson homicide case.
And sun for days, but it's about to start feeling a lot different out there. We'll update your weekend forecast with a look ahead Saturday morning.
News 3 Now's call for action gets answers when you can't.
A COVID patient's care jeopardized by insurance denials. After we contacted Aetna, the company reversed course.
News 3 Now's call for action, taking action for you. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. Hi, Pam.
Hi, what a beautiful day. You were talking about the fairs earlier. I'm excited that people are going to get an opportunity to get out there and enjoy the fairs all weekend long. Don't forget, it's not just about the Dane County Fair that we'll be talking about live at 4 later this afternoon. Lafayette County Fair is ongoing in Darlington. We've got the Fond du Lac County Fair in Fond du Lac. They had a very good youth livestock auction last night. Sauk County's Fair is on in Baraboo. I'll be up there tomorrow starting at 1 o'clock for their youth livestock auction. And tonight, of course, Dane County's youth livestock auction starts at 6:45. Different location this year. It's going to be in the northwest corner of Pavilion 2, the big barns that are now part of the Alliant Energy Center layout. Also, don't forget tomorrow, starting at 11 a.m. sharp, our Farm Babe Boogie Tractor Parade will begin rolling around the Dane County Fairgrounds perimeter. Be sure that if you'd like to join me, and everybody is welcome to drive their tractors with me, regardless of color, size, or anything like that. Just remember that you need to be ready to start driving 11 a.m. sharp tomorrow morning, and then we'll bring you through the grounds, park the tractors, let the little kids get a chance to be on them, and enjoy lunch, and then you'll be able to parade off. Markets are lower again today in Chicago as far as our corn and soybeans. This weather, just what it is. Beautiful. Congratulations to Jeff Strasberg. He is a fifth-generation dairy farmer from Wittenberg. He's been reelected as board chair for Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin. Also, congratulations to Mark Crave from Watertown as the new board president. Janet Clark is the vice chair. She's from Rosendale. And congratulations to Stacy Eberly from Monroe, now serving as chair of the Communications Committee. So just a few folks from around our area that are serving on the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin Executive Board. Tough day in dairy. Barrel cheese today down 6 at 144. 40-pound block cheese down 3 at 161.5. Double A butter down 3/4 cent on a Friday to finish the week at 167 3/4 per pound. But like I said, boy, if you've got to have a job, how about this? Farm Babe gets to go out to the fair in weather like this and talk with kids. It's going to be a great day.
It is. We'll see you at 4 o'clock. Can't wait.
Sounds good.
All right, Pam, thank you. And it is good fair weather. Here's Austin with the forecast.
Yeah, I would say that's very accurate. It does feel very nice. Right now, it looks like there's a lot of cloud cover out there, but we've seen quite a bit of some sunshine here for today, and we're still going to see partly sunny skies here as we're actually going to see a little bit less and less cloud cover over these next few hours. Now, the extended forecast still looking dry. We're still looking at that good chance to see the 80s returning here for this weekend. And then the humidity, it bumps up at times for next week, but it actually holds off off for most of this weekend. So this weekend's actually shaping up to be a very gorgeous one as of right now. Doppler track staying dry. As I mentioned a little bit earlier on in the broadcast, the showers are still down to our south. This is still that same system. It just hasn't really cleared out of the area down to our south. And this is what affected us just a few days ago that brought those strong, even severe thunderstorms and quite a few tornadoes out in the northeastern Iowa area. Still the same system, but as you can see, we're not seeing those strong to severe thunderstorms as of right now down south. Future track is going to show us generally staying dry here for the rest of today as well. By the time we reach tonight, our temperatures will likely fall into the upper 50s, so it's going to be a little bit on the cooler side of things compared to what we have seen, but we are looking to stay dry here for an extended period of time. All the way through Saturday, all the way through Sunday, we are just really not looking at many rain chances overall. But the dry stretch, that's going to continue here throughout much of this forecast. Even the extended forecast towards the end of it there, 6 to 10 day temperature precipitation outlook still shows us staying dry. But that's where we do actually reintroduce 2 chances for some showers or maybe even an isolated thunderstorm. But notice that percentage chance right now, 20% for this upcoming Friday and for the following Sunday. So not today and this right now Sunday coming up in a few days. This is going to be quite a ways away, and we're only seeing a 20% chance as of right now. Temperatures, however, they're going to continue to rise. Again, those 80s looking to return for the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, generally in those lower to mid 80s. Then we do warm things up midweek here next week. We could see some upper 80s with heat indices in the 90s again. But our temperatures currently feeling pretty great out there. Again, Janesville at 72 degrees. That's likely because they're seeing some slightly higher dew points. Whenever you add some extra moisture into the air, it makes it tougher to see these temperatures really rising and falling. Wind speeds are looking great, however, right now. We're not really looking at many breezy days in the extended forecast. We're not looking at many rainy days in the extended forecast either. What we are looking at is a lot of sunshine. Notice how those temperatures will barely budge as well. We do have a few days to note here. It'll be Tuesday with a high of 88 degrees. Quite a bit of humidity as well for that Tuesday, so it is going to get pretty hot and sticky there. But then afterwards, temperatures do balance out in the mid 80s. Still very warm, still pretty humid as well, but generally staying dry for most of these next 10 days.
You can hang up the Gone Fishing sign on the Weather Center.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those weeks where there's really just not much to talk about here. So good news for us, and it's great news for everybody that wants to really get outside and enjoy the great outdoors.
It is summer. All right, Austin, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Today's the day I share a real guilty pleasure with you. You're going to love it. It's so good, there's only crumbs left.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow that is critical when achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no pills, no needles, no surgery, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today.
I'm not just an Edgerton ER nurse. I'm a patient too, who had my own decision to make about getting the COVID-19 vaccine. So I did my homework for my family and my patients, and then I chose to get my shot. That's why, when you ask me, should most people in Wisconsin get a vaccine? My answer is yes. The COVID-19 vaccines are safe, and getting one is important. Ask your family doctor what they think.
Watch your favorite local programming for free with RCA. Menards carries a great selection of HD digital antennas, accessory cables, universal remotes, and more. An RCA antenna lets you watch all of your favorite local broadcast channels in HD for free. Never miss a moment of live entertainment or relax in the evenings with something you're familiar with. Stop into Menards today and get 11% off all RCA antennas and accessories.
Save big money at Menards.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo reminds you to be sure to ask about delivery options when shopping for new furniture. Because every store is different. Some stores have very specific restrictions, while others charge you an arm and a leg. At McGann's, we take pride in our skilled delivery team, and in most cases, delivery is free. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
A Madison Magazine exclusive, the untold story of Nirvana on the 30th anniversary of Nevermind, and Madison's pivotal role in the band's runaway success. With never-seen photos and local accounts. Get your collector's issue of Madison Magazine on newsstands now. Congratulations to Madison Magazine for earning top industry honors for outstanding journalism and design, including the coveted prize for general excellence in the 36th Annual National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
Life in the 608 is all about how you live it, and there's plenty of inspiration.
This is just an idea that I rolled with.
I'm News 3 Now's Josh Spreiter. I'm visiting the people, places, and events that make this area one of a kind.
Who's the evil twin?
Tell me what inspires you, and it might be featured on News 3 Now this morning.
My motto is, be the change you want to see in the world.
In the 608, weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Today, we're going all out with a recipe that's perfect with everything from spaghetti to veggie packed salads. It's a souped up garlic bread that has not one or two, but 3 cheeses in it. In fact, it's one of my new guilty pleasures. And let me show you how easy it is. The first thing we do is cut a loaf of Italian bread in half lengthwise and set it aside. Now, we saute some coarsely chopped garlic in butter over low heat until it begins to brown. You want to keep the heat low so the garlic softens and doesn't burn. Next, we combine some super creamy mascarpone cheese with a bit of milk, shredded mozzarella, Parmesan, a little salt, and our sauteed garlic. We'll give this a mix, spread this onto our bread, sprinkle it with chopped parsley, and bake it off. In about 10 minutes, when the whole house smells like a pizzeria, it's ready to cut and serve. Just one bite is all it'll take to make you understand what makes this my new dinnertime guilty pleasure. To get the recipe for our 3-cheese garlic bread, all you need to do is check out our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found the triple cheesy way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, guys, thank you. Team USA is unveiling its look for the opening and closing ceremonies at the Olympics, and it includes a way to keep cool in the summer heat. Riley Carlson has a closer look at the outfits.
The iconic American brand Ralph Lauren will once again be outfitting Team USA for the opening and closing ceremonies, with more emphasis on red, a nod to the host country, Japan. But it's not just the style getting an overhaul, it's the function too, taking into account Japan's hot and humid climate.
When you're doing the ceremonies, you're outside for hours standing in the stadium. This blazer is definitely a little bit thinner than ones we've had in the past. The jeans are very, very lightweight.
And the flag bearers will get a little something else to help beat the heat, cooling technology sewn into their jackets.
So when I push this button, I feel the air conditioner or the fan in my back, and I can feel actually the breeze. So I know it's working.
There's also a focus on sustainability.
The belt is made of recycled bottles, which is incredible. Just kind of lessening our ecological footprint and really having sustainable materials.
So they can not only look good, but feel good when the games kick off next week. Riley Carlson, CBS News, London.
Team's looking good, as is the forecast.
Yeah, I would say this forecast is looking great here, especially for this weekend. Temperatures in the lower to mid 80s, but we're going to see a lot of sunshine along the way as well. Temperatures, again, on the warmer side of things, but what we're really looking at in terms of rain chances, not really much at all here. Even over the next 10 days, we only have a slight chance of a shower or a possible isolated thunderstorm on the following Friday, 7 days from now, and then that subsequent Sunday. So we're really looking looking at a pretty dry overall forecast, but notice how these temperatures are going to crank up at times. Monday's high 86 degrees, Tuesday's high 88, and with some decently high humidity, that is going to crank our heat indices likely into those lower to possibly even mid-90s at times on Tuesday. So it is going to get pretty hot at times over this next week or so, but thankfully we are going to stay dry. We saw plenty of rain just a few days ago.
All right, Austin, thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.